Welcome to Finding Your Worth From Within, the podcast where I'm going to be helping you up-level your life, find your true self, and ignite the best version of you. I'm your host, Aman Sana, your go-to self-worth mentor, facilitating hundreds of women to unlock your self-belief, master your emotions, and take back control of negative thoughts. We're going to be covering everything self-worth for South Asian women, how to ditch your self-doubt, kick other people's judgment to the curb, and learn how to finally use your voice clearly and with confidence. With the practical tools and spiritual teachings that I give you in this podcast, don't be surprised when this magic begins to massively elevate your life. So whether you're going for a walk, driving home, or listening with a cup of coffee, let's get stuck in. Hello, ladies. Oh my goodness, it has been a minute. I know I've not been on here for a while, but I'm back this year and I'm going to be bringing you a regular podcast because you've been DMing me, asking me where I am. So I'm back. We've had Christmas, we've had New Year's, we've had all sorts. In December, I won an award. Ladies, I won an award. If you're not on Instagram or my mailing list, you may not have seen it, but it was absolutely epic. It was in December. I was actually nominated for 2 categories, niche coach and innovative content. I actually didn't get either of them, which was a bit of a bummer. And I was like, a little bit like, cool, fine, let's reflect. Let's see where I could have changed the application. But at the end of the evening, there was an announcement for Solopreneur of the Year. Now, this is an award where you can't be nominated. You can't put yourself forward. It is chosen by the judges. And yours truly won it. I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. It was like a pinch me moment. I was like, what? So I've come back this year, 2026, as an award winner. Woo! Not only that, but you may have seen or known that I was hosting my in-person event on the 17th of January, just gone. It's the 21st today. And this event was absolutely insane. 100 women in one room in the Midlands. We packed out the Midlands, sold out the Midlands, because you women in this room were ready to stop playing small. It was your line in the sand moment is what I'm trying to say, where you decided that 2026 is the year that you are going to crack yourself open, take up more space, stop playing small, and be done with hiding in the shadows. And boy, did these women show up. So I have today got a podcast episode for you all about the event Unlock Live, the BTS, how we activated women, because off the back of that, I have had women messaging me, telling me they've made their company a limited company. Other women telling me that they've got landed podcast interviews literally this week, as well as other women that have ordered stock to their business. She's like, I've been putting this off for 6 months. I'm doing it. I've ordered the stock. There is so much going on with those 100 women in that room and the ripple effect that they are having out on the world. So this was a movement that I created because I'm so tired of Asian women playing small. And I'm going to let you, this was a podcast recorded as a live as I was doing it. So you're going to hear all the BTS. Enjoy. Welcome to this live today. My name's Aman Sana, the founder of Unlocked, a brand where women come to unlock their voice, their courage, and their confidence. I'm coming to you today after an epic event that we held on Saturday, the 17th of January. And I just needed to come live because, oh my goodness, my inbox has been blowing up with messages, with love, with, oh my goodness, all the women that came. It's just been phenomenal. And I wanted to share that with you all today. So on the Saturday 17th, we held an event called Unlock Live at the Belfry Hotel in the Midlands. And the reason why this event was so special was because we had 100 South Asian women in one room. That's right, 100 South Asian women came together to unlock their voice and rise together. No judgment, no jealousy, no comparison. Drop me a little hello or a wave in the comments if you were there, or in general, just let me know. This was absolutely phenomenal. And it was literally the line in the sand moment where they decided that they were going to take up space. There was not a woman in that room that didn't have either ideas flowing through, tears coming down their eyes, just they didn't release something. There was a shift for every single woman in the room. And I have been creating this event for the last couple of months, and just the ideas that I had, I was so excited about, and I wanted to share them with you because every woman in the room also, when going around and talking to them, mirrored back how they felt, and it was every intention that I had for that room. So when we held the event, first of all, it was really important for me to hold it in the Midlands. Like, everything happens in London. All of the events, all of the networking, a lot of that happens in London. And I am somebody that constantly goes down to London to attend these. So for me, hosting something like this in the Midlands was really special. Hey, hi Ragnar. Hosting something like this in the Midlands for me was super special, and boy did those Midlands ladies show up. But not only that, the London ladies also showed up. We had women from Leeds up north. It was phenomenal. The room, the energy was something like, and honestly, I've got receipts and screenshots of this. Women have said that they've never felt energy like that. Never felt energy like that in the room. It was so potent, so powerful. And that's why it was so important to me to bring it to the Midlands, because we needed that here. Yeah, okay, no worries, not a problem. I'll see you, speak soon. It was so important to bring it to the Midlands and to get 100 women. Wow. I've held events before. Now, this is a misconception. A lot of people think that this was my first event. It wasn't. This is my fourth event. I was hosting events back in 2022 when it wasn't a thing, when not many people did it. It just was it wasn't the thing to do. Like, I held them back then. I did 3 events in the space of 18 months. And in 2023, like, I just didn't have a calling to do another one. Like, I only do events if I get the download. Like, if I'm like, oh, this is how I'm going to do it, boom, boom, boom. I don't push it. So after my 3rd event back in 2023, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. Until now. And it came in thick and fast, the way this event needed to be done, what needed to be done, how this portal needed to be created for South Asian women to crack themselves open for 2026. So let me take you through the room on the day. Let me take you through this journey. We had spaces for you to, first of all, it was really important for me to be no judgment, no jealousy, no comparison, none of that. It was a very, very safe space. And that was evident by the fact that women were sharing on stage things that they've never shared with anybody before. They actually said, I would much rather if this stays in this room because, I haven't shared it with anybody else. We had so many different levels of activation. So I use my signature method, which is the key codes method. And when I work on my clients, we work on your mind, on your body, on your emotions, on your spiritual side, all of those things. When we say body, it's like the physical cells in you, your nervous system. So it was really important to me to have a touch point for each of those on the day. So we had a podcast area set up where you could sit and take a picture, because we are always making vision boards with other people. And somebody actually said to me, like, Aman, I normally take pictures and then put my head on it, like stick my head on, but now I can be the person in the video. And I was like, yes, you can. That's exactly what this is for. So women were sitting at this podcast area, either acting as though they're being interviewed or interviewing someone else, and actually role playing and taking pictures, taking videos, so they have that, so that their brain can understand that this is actually normal. This is actually something that I can do. This is actually not new to me. It was an activation of, you are the person that sits and hosts podcasts or sits and is interviewed. So that was really, really beautiful. Yes, Gertie was also our prize winner. So she definitely had an amazing day on Saturday. So that was another thing. We created a prize where you've got a brand shoot with Arcshot, who was our videographer and photographer, and a session with me beforehand to get you confident, get you visible. And it was just a no-brainer for me. I was like, these women I know have the fire inside of them, and every single touch point I could to make it easy to unlock that, We did. We definitely did. Pragna, when is the next one? Everybody keeps asking me this and I'm like, I don't know. I need a minute to come down from, well, not even come down from this one, to digest and process. And that's what my conversations have been with the ladies. Like, guys, how are you feeling? Like, have you integrated? What landed for you? Because it was definitely one to digest. Yeah. So we had the podcast area. There was opportunities later in the day for women to actually stand on stage and share their story or share what they're passionate about. Because if you're the type of person that always thinks like, oh, I wish I could host a workshop, or I wish I could be standing on stage. Why do we have these goals and wishes that just float around here? And they're like, oh, I wish. So I created a space where women could step into that. And these brave women took the mic, and they took the mic, they stood on stage and they shared their story courageously in front of 100 women. That is their identity shift done. They are now the person that does that. They are now the person that stands on stages. It's no, oh, I would love to, but. There's no but there, because they've done it. It's evidence to their brain that they have done it and that they are this type of person. And it was honestly beautiful. In the room, we had women from 16-year-old young ladies to 68-year-old older ladies. It was phenomenal. I had my mum there, my mother-in-law there, and my events team were the most special events team, because we had my daughter and my nieces. They were my events team. They were running the event and they've helped me plan the event. And this was very important to me, because the whole premise for this event was our grandmothers didn't have the freedom to work on themselves like this. Our mothers didn't have the tools and techniques. So what are we waiting for? Why are we not doing it so that we can show the next generation what they're capable of, that the sky is the limit? So instead of just using words, I was adamant that these girls were going to come in, my nieces, my daughter, they were going to come in and run the event so that they could see their capabilities. They could be that version of them that sits in their uncomfortable zones. And they did. All of them were uncomfortable at the beginning, and they were, it was outside their comfort zone. They were scared about it, a little bit nervous, but they did it and they absolutely smashed it. Ask anybody that was there. They thoroughly smashed it. The girls did. They were taking pictures of everybody for them. They were greeted everybody gorgeously. They helped everybody to the buffet. They helped around with housekeeping, took registration. They honestly ran the event seamlessly. They followed up with the DJ, the music, these guest speakers. It was phenomenal from them, and they've got that with them forever now, that, oh, I can do something that is scary. I can do something and nothing's going to happen to me, right? They've got that evidence to compound in their brain. Energetically, we had the most insane speakers. If you were there on the day, drop me a fire in the comments, because the speakers were insane. Oh my goodness. We had Chintal Kakaya, Mina Nair, Samara from Samara Universe, and each and every one, the way I'd curated the day was that we were going to have connection, we were going to have release with myself, and we were going to have activation with Samara. And that is exactly how it ran throughout the day. And then we had Vina Nair. Oh my goodness, if you know Vina, founder in the chair, Makeup by Vina, she also is a transformational coach, and she brought on her arrows to allow, I think it was four ladies came up on stage to break an arrow, steel tipped arrow. Actually, I've got mine here. I'll just show you, because this is something I've done with Vina before. Steel tipped arrow like this, right, with the soft part of your throat. They broke it like that with the soft part of their throat, and it was phenomenal, because once you do that, you feel like you could do anything. Once you've done something insane like this, the activation through your body, through your cells, hi Jazz, then you feel like you can do anything. You feel like, I've just broken an arrow with my neck. Like, what can't I do, right? So that was the physical activation, and it was brilliant, because these ladies were not only inspired by watching those that did, the ones that did stepped into it, and the conversations in the room. Women walked in by themselves, attending this event themselves, walked out with numbers, exchanged numbers. I was talking to somebody and she was like, I've come by myself, but this table's looking after me. And like the girls were like, yeah, we've got you. Come over here. Come and sit with us. It was the most beautiful space to witness, to watch, to see. And there are just no words for what was created. So we had, I'm like, where are we? What have we got? We had so many things that were just, because it was so important for me to do it on all these levels, the mental, the emotional, obviously the emotional release. There were tears. We ensured there was tissues on the table because we knew there was going to be tears. So the emotion was released. The physical body got to show what it's capable of by breaking the arrow. Nervous systems were regulated. And the activation in your energy field, that was insane. There was a true theme of ancestry and sisterhood because a lot of the conversations were around having girls. We had women on stage that were the third girl, women on stage that were the first of 5. I myself am one of 3 girls, like I'm the third girl. And my mum, bless her, randomly decided that she wanted to share her story and beelined to the stage. And she stood on stage, a 68-year-old woman stood on stage and shared her story of, like, there were family members that were trying to feed her things so that she'd have a boy. And then I was born and she always knew she was going to have a third girl. The way she shared, it was something came over her and it was so important for her to get on stage. Yeah, Gertie said, your mom is so fierce. Like, I see where you get it from. She was insane. You could not write that script if you'd have tried. It was pure comedy. And I think partway through, she kind of realized that, oh shit, I'm on stage. There's 100 women I'm talking to. And then she just looked at me and went, I'm shivering. And I was like, it's okay. We're good. It's good. So mum got to share her story. The room was like I said, we had 16-year-olds learning. Like, how special to have 16-year-olds in the room learning at that age. Like, even my nieces, they're 18, 19, 24, to learn that young. Like, my niece sent me a voice note today. She was like, Mas, this is what's happening at work. And I feel like it's a theme from what we went through on Saturday. Like, can you just help me? I was like, of course, let's do this. And it was a theme about being too much. Like, she's really good at her job, but she felt like in her review, like, should I toot my horn too much? How much of that do we do all of the time? How much of that is so normal to us? Don't be too much. Don't toot your horn. Don't be this. Don't be that. So I just kind of like dropped her a voice note back, coached her through. But that was off the back of Saturday that she felt she could message me. And to finish the day, I gifted each and every one of my guests this gorgeous, gorgeous necklace. And it is the key. This is the key to unlocking your confidence, to unlocking your self-worth, to unlocking who you truly are, your courage, your power. And the truth is, ladies, you are that key. You have the ability to do it within you. You have the power to do this. And everything we went through on Saturday showed you how. If you're feeling lost right now, it's not because you can't do it. It's not because you don't have the capability. It's because you don't know how. And there's plenty of us out there to help you. I do this all the time with clients. This is exactly what we do. Help you through it. But this key was an anchor, a physical anchor for those ladies there. Each time they wear this or each time they see it, whether they put it on their vision board, whether they have it at their desk, whether they wear it daily, they are going to know, see, remember, feel when their voice wobbles that I'm the key. I can do this. And holding it close to your throat, holding it close to you, right? If you're on here and you were there on Saturday, let me know if you've got your key with you, because that was a true anchor. It was there to remind you that you have the power. And that was exactly what Saturday did. showed all these ladies that they have the power to unlock all of this within them. You have the power to unlock that next identity. It's not that you're not capable. If you're thinking that you want to go for a promotion, or you want to start a business, or maybe you've already got the business, but you know there's another level or another layer to you, and you can't quite understand why you can't get there, it's not because you're not capable. It's because you don't see yourself as that person. It's an identity shift. It's an identity shift that we can create together. I can help you get there using all 4 of my key codes, the signature key code method. But I wanted to come on here today because I cannot explain to you how epic, I can't even put into words how epic this event is. Like, you will have seen it on socials, you will have seen the videos, seen the reels, people sharing. I've got screenshots of conversations that I'm going to be sharing throughout the week. Honestly, if you want to step into that next version of you, you need to step into the unlocked world, because this is how we do it here. Changing identities, changing yourself, changing who you are, the version of you, so you can gain that courage, so you don't feel like you're too much. Judgment from other people isn't a thing. And there was three main things that have been highlighted throughout conversations that I've been having with women after. It was communication. We highlighted a lot on the day on the Q&As and the hot seat coaching, as well as women on stage. How do I communicate with those family members that don't quite get it? How do I explain to them? And it was really beautiful because I shared a personal story, and so many women have messaged me and said, oh my God, I went home and had the same conversation with my loved ones, and I didn't expect it to go the same way. And that is truly gorgeous. So it was communication, how to communicate with loved ones. It was connection, the networking, the friendships, the love in the room, the just sisterhood is the only way I can describe it. And you know what? I've never been one really for to use the word sisterhood, but Saturday was true sisterhood. It literally was. We had, and it was a room of full unity. Shall I tell you why? In my brand, we always talk about the messaging. I always mention what our ancestors went through, whether it be the partition, whether it be conforming to the British Raj, whatever it be, right? And our ancestors went through all of that. And in that room on Saturday, it was true unity because we had Punjabis, Gujaratis, we had Pakistanis, we had Hindus, Muslim, Sikh. It was beautiful. True unity, true sisterhood. And I'm telling you, an energy like no one else has felt in any other room before. So when I say this was the event of the year and the line in the sand moment for those women there, I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not kidding. It truly was. And like I said, if you want to experience these things, step into the world of Unlocked. DM me Unlocked, and let's see how we can get you feeling the same, how we can get you unlocking yourself in 2026. Thank you, ladies. Any questions, DMs are always open. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Finding Your Worth from Within. If today's message resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could follow, rate, and leave a review. Sharing the podcast with someone that you feel may benefit is the best way to help it grow and spread this important message. To stay connected between episodes, come hang out with me on Instagram @Mentoring. Can't wait to see you there.